Good evening to you all. My name is Meenal and we are Group F. Firstly, I would like to introduce you all to my team members, Kanav, Manoj, Harsh, Victoria, Amar and Mike. So, who are we and why are we here? As sustainability advisors, we are here to present to you EcoFriendly Funerals. A New Zealand company has requested Group F to investigate how they can become more environmentally sustainable within their field. Eco-friendly funerals have a solid reputation for being a green funeral provider. However, they realise other companies, especially in the US and Europe, have managed to go one step ahead in their efforts of sustainability, and they would like some recommendations of improvements. Why should you choose us as your sustainability advisors? We are on a mission to provide the best solutions and recommendations to eco-friendly funerals. The joy of environmentally friendly funerals is knowing that you've made a mark in life in the hearts of your friends and family and not on earth. So an overview of the presentation today. We will be talking about Interface, an existing company that practices environmental sustainability with lessons that we have learnt, and also introducing Mission Zero that we can apply to eco-friendly funerals, followed by a SWOT analysis, issues, introduction and comparisons between the benchmark company and our target company, recommendations, the next steps required, and then finally we will get to the end of our presentation and any room for questions. So I will pass you on to the next person now. Thank you.
Hey guys, so I'm Mike. Firstly I'll start off with a brief background history on Interface. Cool. Sweet. So the 1970s saw the arrival of Interface as Carpets International when the floor coverings were making their debut in the markets. Mr. Ray Anderson saw the economic viability straight away and converted this into a profitable business opportunity. By 1978, there was no looking back as the earnings grossed and crossed $11 million. After a decade, the firm, under a new name of Interface, produced its main and central merchandise, which is carpets. They became the leaders around the globe through expansion, takeovers, and amalgamation all over the world. In 2003, the company also introduced carpet squares for the residential dwellings. Interface now has firmly entrenched itself with a strong global presence worldwide, with their existing factories at only 4 countries. They have been the market leaders for producing catalogues. They also discharge their corporate responsibilities by producing environmentally friendly products. Many business journals covered their achievements and was also declared as one of the best companies to be working with. In 1994, the employees were pleasantly surprised when the top team asked them to rewrite their mission and vision to catch up with the dynamic times. They were able to their Mission Zero project. Oh, yeah. So and no, yeah. The Interface floor is a carpet manufacturing company with a difference. It has made the business of manufacturing into a way which will promote sustainable practices. The company based their work on the way nature works and has developed 3 principles for which it follows to achieve its goal of sustainable manufacturing facilities. These are inspiration and ability to act on it. Nature is the best inspiration, which recycles waste and makes it useful once again. Smarter choices which address bigger issues, and also willingness to share what they know best with the world. Just as nature shares what it has with everyone on this earth without discrimination, so also the knowledge of sustainability which is developed by the company will be shared by the company through its environmentally friendly products made from good sustainable practices. They feel that by copying nature they will succeed in making the company into a zero waste company. This is the Mission Zero project, manufacturing of carpet sustainable, turning waste into a renewable resource. The first idea was to adopt the imperfect designs which will be same as is followed by nature, as to say no two stones are the same. The second idea was to use the waste which is generated by the nature and the carpet manufacturing process which could be recycled to manufacture the new ones. The carpets which the company is currently manufacturing is made out of recycled material and has natural designs which are imperfect and do not follow any fixed pattern. The fulfillment process and aim of the company to eliminate wastage to zero has begun and plan to achieve it by 2020. We'll now move on to the SWOT analysis. Sorry.
Used to evaluate the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats involved in a project. The strengths for us and the company is that there are less chemicals used with environmentally friendly funerals. Bodies are buried naturally with no chemicals to delay decomposition, making them much more natural alternative that's healthier for the environment. Conservation, preserving, guarding and protecting. No air pollution, uses less energy, consumes fewer resources and are less toxic. Weaknesses, the costs, implementing new designs for the new products, less social, less personalised and less religious. Opportunities, chances to improve and benefit for the organisation. The company will be more recognised because eco-friendly funerals are not a common thing and it's starting to become more common nowadays, and it will be good for the business. Threats, changing from current manufacturing scenario is very difficult, so for newer products to be changed, as this company doesn't possess flexible manufacturing techniques. They are producing some components in mass, and yeah, that's about it, and I'll pass you on to the next person.
Hello everyone, I am Harsh and I am presenting here about the issues and what is the comparison in between Natural Burial, which is the benchmark company, and the EcoFriendly, which is the client company. So here are some issues EcoFriendly Funerals is having in making and production of wovens and caskets. First of all, I would like to say something more about the Natural Burials and client company, because they both are specialized in making caskets, wovens, and these cremation processes and embalming. So here are some issues which are faced by both of these companies, but we are looking forward for eco-friendly. So toxic release, it's a whenever you are going to produce something, because they are producing, like they are making woven, they are making these caskets, wooden caskets. So in what they have to produce, they have to think about, or the release is toxic in making of these kind of products. And another issue is usage of woods. The more you make woods or make caskets, wooden caskets, so it is more you cut down the trees, so it's extra usage of woods. Sorry. Inefficient decomposition of currently used natural caskets. So wooden coffins and caskets are not decomposed fully, and they are not biodegradable as compared to the natural casket company. Another slide. Comparison. The Natural Burial company uses handmade woven coffins as compared to the eco-friendly company Funerals uses woods and traditional methods. It uses Natural Burial makes different types of biodegradable coffins, and eco-friendly Funerals makes very few degradable coffins. The Natural Burial company products do not destroy wood because they make handmade woven fiber, which is extremely biodegradable, and as compared to eco-friendly, they still uses wood to make the coffins. So it means that both the comparison has been made. Pass on to the next one.
coming to the recommendations, eco-friendly funerals can do much more compared to natural burial company in terms of recommendations. Like eco-friendly funerals are still using wood to manufacture their coffins. But the team believes that materials such as cloth or jute or maybe velvet can be used, which is much biodegradable than wooden coffins. And replacing the existing steel clamping, there are still steel clamps used on the wooden coffins, which is not biodegradable according to us. So some maybe easy handling materials such as clips made of jute or something can be used instead of using steel, which release a lot of toxic into the water as well. So using biodegradable packing system, first of all, natural burial companies didn't use any packing systems at all. And if at all any customer requires packing system, they used cardboard packing systems, which is much more biodegradable and efficient. So, but eco-friendly funerals are using plastic bags to pack their products, which is not at all eco-friendly. So packing system can be replaced. And eco-friendly funerals can also discontinue the use of toxins, because whenever they want to plant their wooden parts to each other, they use nails and other formaldehyde stuff to paint the wooden coffins, which can be like stopped. And when they manufacture hand-woven coffins, there will be no need of using such material. So a lot of toxic waste can be eliminated from the system.
Yeah, so the next steps. Project itself is expected to take approximately 7 weeks to complete. We would be available to start within 2 to 3 weeks to help implement the recommendations as mentioned. Also follow the project through and do a post-analysis on completion of the project. Thank you.
Did you guys look at anything else? Like I know, because when you talk about the two main ways of when it comes to funerals today, you've got burying and cremation. There's other issues like cemeteries taking up space, for example, and I've read about some things like people becoming trees, and like planting people with trees, and so you have a forest instead of a cemetery, for example. Just out of curiosity, did you consider any of those things?
Yeah, in UK, they are doing this thing in UK, and they are creating like eco-friendly cremation places as well. So this thing is continued over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's mostly that the coffins themselves and the actual burial itself. That's the primary source of the environmental impact.
Yeah, because as we said that wooden coffins don't degrade so easily, and moreover we are like cutting down the trees, use any such product, and moreover cloth and jute are more easily degradable, so those things don't cause so much of pollution.
Hi. Just one question. It's a tricky one. In your SWOT analysis, you said deaths are more common nowadays. You said these are more common nowadays. Did you mean that in your SWOT analysis?
The green way of burying somebody.
Oh, yeah, something in her SWOT analysis.
The green.
Yes.
Burials is the plan. That's what she's referring to.
All right. Okay. Don't you think that if you invest in green technologies, it will be good for the environment and people won't die much? That won't increase your business, rather than it will reduce it? So what's the answer for that?
Still, people will die. Even if they die late, everybody dies.
Yes, in the long run we're all dead. Yeah. up, he has to go.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe we should get some data on and then put away.
That was just to mark your
And
approval.
moreover, people will buy, you know, this is in trend, so if this is a new thing, so people are always attracted to new things. So we believe the people will buy this thing.
This makes the business long-standing.
Yeah.
Even if the people die long and late.
Business will last long.
But I think no one buys the coffins, those ones. What are you gonna do with the coffins? Like put in a home after?
Painting the coffins and using steel clamps. So this
Using steel clamp is also considered as a, if you guys are going to like put dig someone down the earth, and when you're digging again, there's going to be steel clamps. It's going to create a disturbance to the environment as well.
I didn't get it.
Like if you're thinking about the steel clamps in the coffins or something, and when you dig that one into the ground, and like after that few changes, because in New Zealand they're changing their plans to change the cement resin into the forest or
Yeah, that's
put some
that's what we are saying, that we should not use steel clamps. We should remove them.
We're against it.
Yeah, we are against it.
That's what. That's what.
Yeah, so what would you use instead? And if you find steel in any case, that can be used, right? So if you're replacing a steel clamp, you should have an example of what you're going to replace it with, and it's very simple.
Handles used with jute. The handles can also be woven into the coffin itself, the jute coffin.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah.
And even if you find steel clamps in the soil, like would it make
But still,
much
it
of a
will
difference?
also release a lot of toxins because of rust and all.
Okay, so that's if you are using, if you're not using stainless steel, right? Because that doesn't rust. Stainless steel doesn't rust, right? And even
But
if
it's like adding to the cost. When hand woven coffins can be like
okay,
procured at a lower cost, so why to add to the cost?
okay, and you're sure that that thing will decompose
Yeah,
easily, and
yeah,
even if
yeah.
okay,
Or if you want to
you've
have-
done enough research
If you want to
about
have in numbers, you know, basically the wood. it
okay,
takes
the
like-
days, yeah.
I mean, like 20. I mean, basically 22% of the entire, you know, the carbon emission.
Okay.
Just because of the dead wood. Because I mean, like dead wood.
Okay,
basically.
okay.
So you know, woven fibers. I mean, they decompose like what 76% faster than the wood actually. And even
Okay.
the manufacturing cost is like way too lesser. Because I mean, in order to make a wooden casket, you know, to like hire, contract some other, the wooden companies. So again,
Right.
if you're well versed in manufacturing this thing, and it's all about mass production. Once you're into it and you produce in tons, so it's all again, cost effective.
Oh, okay, good.
Have you argued in your case that burial? I mean, you're implying burial this way. Have you seen the calculations as to whether it's a lower environmental footprint than alternatives, namely cremation?
I get you. Usually, the wood takes 360 picogram of the carbon emission due to dead wood, and this takes around 56.4 picogram. I mean, because of this own fiber, like that has a very drastic difference.
So
Carbon emission.
1/6 or 1/7.
Kind of.
Right.
That's the stat says. I'm not pretty sure about the composition of the woven fiber because it wasn't disclosed in the.
Right.
But still, this is like 360 and 50 is like way too different. I mean, drastic change. Definitely has an upper edge.
Just give me those numbers again. They're using strange units I'm not familiar with.
Picogram.
Picogram.
Picogram. 10 power 15 of gram.
Okay, 10 raised to minus 15.
Minus
10 raised to
15,
minus
yeah.
15.
It's kind of very less than
One
gram.
picogram is like 10 raised to minus 15 grams.
Right. Right. Okay. So what are these numbers referring to? To
The
The carbon
emission.
emission. The
carbon emissions. I can't believe that a human being is. We must be full of about a few kilograms of carbon, surely.
It's not about
No,
the,
it's
our
about
bodies,
the material
casket.
we are using, not the human being.
No, it's
Ah,
about the
okay.
casket as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
The wooden caskets.
Yeah. Mm.
Because we can't change the carbon emission for a human being.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Whether you degrade slowly in the ground or fast in a. Yeah. Okay. 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 Thanks very much. We'll just.
The overall report was well introduced to, to us. There was a very good clarity on what you all were going to present. So that was very nice.
I think the whole presentation is very good, but it's okay.
I like the depth. It's good to see, when more thought has gone into it than just, a surface level.
Okay. The selection of the company, excellent. Like, no one could have thought of such a company, and you did it very nice.
The way Meenal in the start took us through the presentation, the sections, that was really good.
Yeah, and I agree on that point. I think Meenal did a good job of introduction and giving the overview of the structure. Areas for improvement. Meenal a bit more rehearsal in terms of more eye contact with us. No, it's just more eye contact with us rather than reading your notes. Okay. See whether you're looking at us or elsewhere.
Sorry, what was your name? Mike. Yeah. The only area of improvement was you were like reading through the iPad, and you were just going on and on. So you can include a bit of non-verbal communication. You can move here and there, and a bit more eye contact.
Okay. Areas of improvement. So you've given very good recommendations. How have you arrived at those recommendations? That thing, I think you should clearly bring it out and work on it, because I think it was your innovation which came into the picture. More the analytical part was a bit less than the innovative part, like the steel clamp thing and all that stuff. It's very nice, and so that's full marks for innovation. But analysis, like linking from interface, whatever they've done, you could do a bit more. So that's the only yeah.
And like the practicality of...
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so firstly, speaking to the audience, like with these kinds of presentations, I've noticed some people tend to speak just to the lecturer, which, yeah, I mean, personally I think it's better if you speak to the, the audience as a whole and devote equal time amongst the audience. And don't stand in front of the, the slides either, where people can't see, the slides.
I agree. The other judge think the presentation. The big issue is just reading the notes and iPad. I think if you just increase your eye contact, it will be good.
Just like the other judges, I see the same. There was too much of reading and getting engrossed with that, and like he said, standing in front of the presentation, the slides were not visible sometimes. Yeah.
Just in your rehearsal, just make sure that your text that's on the slides is matched with what you're saying. Sometimes the slides made no sense compared with the things that you're talking about. There was one slide which had the SWOT on it. I think when you mentioned something about threats, and you were talking about introducing new operational techniques. I think that's more of a weakness of the organisation. Threats are external challenges. that the organisation may face, such as competitive things or legislative changes, things like that. When you're doing the transition to the next speaker, try and give the name and the topic of what they're going to be talking about, rather than just, and now he's going to talk. Any other areas of improvement? No? Okay. Areas of positive? Yeah.
Yeah. DMF, you all are fantastic.
Okay, so you've used the tool SWOT, very good. You've used it very nicely, and yeah, good flow, excellent flow, and yeah, the recommendations all were very good. Really impressed. Thank you.
I liked how you'd aimed it towards, you know, as if it was for the company. Just having that flavour is good, rather than just, you know, this is our assignment for this class. But more, yeah, with that orientation, it was good.
I like the part, the SWOT analysis and the introduction, is the pronunciation is pretty good. I like your pronunciation.
Yeah, overall it was very good. Great introduction to the report, and the recommendations given were pretty in depth. You know, like toxic nails and the paints and all that. That was pretty in depth. Recommendations that you all were researching into. So,
I've got to give you some positive feedback about a comparison table. I've forgotten what the comparison table was, but I had a positive. You did a good comparison table in there somewhere. Your design, the consistent design of your slides, very professional, very nice, like those, and some good technical information given in the questions. Well done for being able to bring that up and present that. Any other positive points? Yeah, go on, Jane.
I really enjoyed your presentation overall. I thought it was interesting. Yeah, company to compare it to. The presentation was awesome. The slides. I hate slideshows. I find them really boring. For my many years here at Unitech, and yeah, really good slideshow and presentation from the team.
Thank you. Great. Thanks, Nick. Thank you.